All right, good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, October 8th, 2025. Thank you for joining us once more for another session of trading the Nasdaq and the micro Nasdaq, the NQ and the MNQ on the 1024 tick chart using price action. Hope you guys are all having a great week so far. I know we're right smack in the middle. I really enjoy doing this. I hope you guys will enjoy doing this as well and learn something today. Feel free, if you guys see something, you have questions, type it in the chat. I'll be more than happy to answer it. And let's go after it today. So let's look at the price action overnight. We close right here at this purple dotted line on the futures, and then the New York session closed right there on the gray line. So we've since went back up. We've came back down. You could see we're kind of in this trading range. We definitely are nowhere close to the all-time high from yesterday. So game plan this morning, we either come back, close the gap first, then go up, retest the high. Not sure if we do all that today, or we go high and then come back low. We'll keep an eye on that. What else? I've marked the overnight low and the overnight high over here as well. Those could also be targets. And trying to see if there's anything else that's significant. Oh yes, the news today. So we have a bunch of yellow folders today, starting at 9:20 a.m., which is kind of a weird time to have someone speak, but whatever. Someone from FOMC speaking at 9:20, another person at 9:30, another person at 10. So it may or may not affect price action today, but we'll definitely be keeping an eye out on that as well. And most importantly, we're going to do our best and follow all the rules and try to take high quality trades that really match all of our rules. And so that's been my new criteria for whether or not I've had a good trading session is, did I follow my rules? The P&L is the aftermath. Honestly, if you follow your rules, you have a good system, you're going to start seeing that consistency. And once you start seeing that consistency, the profits will start coming in. So that's what I'm hoping that everybody will start sort of adopting and picking up on as we take these trades together, or learning this system, because it is a very, very hard thing. In fact, I think that's probably one of the hardest things about trading is being disciplined and following your rules. Something that I have struggled with over the years, but I've gotten better about it over the last few months. And you know, it is a work in progress for all of us. So anyway, we have about 6 minutes before the market opens. We are currently not in any trade, although this did just trigger higher here. We do have, it's a false positive trigger because golden ruler's right there. So I also don't like to take trades right before market opens. You can also see that the measured move is above 100, so we wouldn't be able to take this trade as well. And this bigger downward trend line here could act as resistance. Our golden ruler does move down though, just a little bit. We will be keeping track of trades that trigger, even though the ones we don't take, because chances are the market did take it. And I want to keep track of when that trade is over so we can look for the next setup. And I don't like entering a new trade if the original trade hasn't either stopped out or hit its target. And let me go ahead and reload my historical data to make sure that I have the most up-to-date version of these candles, because when you're trading the tick chart, sometimes the candles can slightly change on you. So it's reloading it right now. All right, they look the same. We can go ahead and delete this line. We can make this into a macro. Now this is another trigger to the downside, but we're in the bullish trade, so we will mark it. Now the bearish trade worked. The bullish trade is still intact. But this is one of the many reasons why we didn't take this trade to the upside, because 100 can sometimes act as resistance. It is a major level. Okay, we have a little over a minute until market opens. Let's see what happens. Okay, so the bullish trade has stopped out. We're still in that bearish trade because the runner is still running. Okay, runner moves down. This is a bullish, but we can't take it. False positive right there. We have that standard deviation in the way, and the target is above 100. I need to draw a new upward trend line. It's going to look like this. So we did hit the bullish target. Our runner is at break even at the moment. This also is a bearish trigger to the downside, but we're still in the bullish trade. Runner moves up. All right, let me delete all these other lines that are no longer necessary. Runner keeps moving up. All right, the runner's been taken out. Legit trigger to the upside here. Almost at target. All right, it worked. Now we keep track of the runner. We also move up golden ruler. The runner is out. The runner was there, and you can see that bearish candle took it out. We are not in any trade at the moment, but golden ruler moves up again. All right, we do have this micro trend line down. This is a false positive trigger. You can see it stopped out immediately. And this is also another false positive trigger to the downside. We have golden ruler right there, and all the EMA and the standard deviation below us. We'll keep track of it though. We do have this macro line like this. Our golden ruler moves all the way up to the top. All right, target was hit there. We move our runner down. Let's delete some lines. All right, runner is out. Draw a new micro trend line. If this triggers, it's false positive. but it's almost hitting target here. The reason why I wouldn't have taken it is because we had that trend line in the way here. And now there's the stop loss. This is how we prevent a lot of false positive trades. And if this triggers, should also be another false positive because it's the trade that stopped me out from the original trade, so I don't like taking it. It's one of my rules. Another false positive trigger to the upside. Still tracking this trade even though we're not in it. It finally hit target. It broke out to the upside. We have a runner that we're tracking now. We move golden ruler down. Runner's been taken out. This is a legit trigger down. Not sure if I like it though. This was a legit trigger down and it worked. Okay, we'll keep track of the runner on this one. I'm going to draw a new trend line. The runner moves down. All right, runner moves down again. All right, runner still moving. Let's go ahead and delete this line. Runner's been taken out. We draw a new upward trend line. This would be a false positive trigger if it went down. Okay, it didn't. This is a false positive bearish trigger. It did work. We'll move the runner to break even. Runner moves slightly down. Moves down again. Looks like we're bouncing off this bigger trend line that I have drawn from back here. Runner's been taken out. I'm gonna measure this, not sure if we have room for it. So I'm gonna pass on this. Gonna draw a new trend line. False positive bears trigger. So there's the false positive bears trigger didn't work. So this was marginal right here. This bullish trade. If it was a little bit smaller, I would have taken it. But you could see the measured move was above my standard deviation level. We did hit target. We do have a runner that was just taken out. We have this false positive trigger up here that was bearish. So let's go ahead and just keep track of the bearish trade now, even though we're not in it. We'll draw a macro trend line like this because we have a lower high. We hit target and we're break even. Okay. So now we have a bullish trigger. Let's see if it's legit or not. At this point, it's probably too late for me to take it. We wouldn't have been able to take it anyway. The measure move was beyond the trend line and the standard deviation level. It did end up working. Okay. Delete this line. Keep track of the runner now. Runner moves up. We've broken out of the 15-minute opening range at this point. All right, the runner's out. If we can get a candle above this trend line here, it would be a legit bullish trade. I wanted it above this trend line. So this is going to be it right here. Okay, we're in this one. I might have gotten it too late. It might be a stop here. Yep. Stinks. Our golden ruler moves up. So it's going to give us another bullish trigger here. All right, I'm in. This might be a stop loss. Yep. I don't know why that one didn't work either. It's a little frustrating. This is a bearish trigger here. I think might be another stop loss. Oh boy. Okay, let's regroup here. This was the bullish trigger. We can't take it. It's the trade that stopped us out, and we have all this resistance overhead. And we can't take this bearish trigger either. If it comes down. Yeah. This was a false positive bearish trigger, and the reason why I didn't take it is because we had this trend line that's right there. I had drawn from earlier. So we are in a tricky spot. This is a bullish trigger here. Can't take that one either. It did end up working. Okay. We move our runner to break even. We'll keep track of the runner if we get one. We retested the golden ruler up here, failed. Runner's been taken out. False bearish trigger, we have the EMA below us. And now we have this bullish trigger, but we're in the middle of this bearish trade, so bearish trade stopped out. It's my 9:55 alarm. Our golden ruler does move down. So we have this bearish trigger in the middle of the bullish trigger. It's pretty messy price action, to be honest. All right, the bullish trade worked. Runners at break even. All right, runner moves up. Runner keeps moving up. This will be a false bearish trigger if it comes down. Okay, it didn't. Runner still moves up. Runner moves up. Golden ruler moves up. Runner moves up again. All right, runner's out. Runner is out. Zooming out here to see where we're trying to go. Potentially 200. If we get a bearish candle here below golden ruler, we might be able to take it dependent on the move. Instead, this is the 10 o'clock candle, by the way, so there's news. Instead, we get this bullish trigger. It's false positive because we have this trend line in the way. And out of nowhere, buyers just step in. We move the runner up. Our golden ruler moves up as well. Which means this is a false positive bearish trigger here. Runner moves up. Bearish trade is out. Okay, runner's still running. Okay, runner's been taken out. Now we have this really tiny wedge. Problem is we can't go bearish with the EMA and the standard deviation in a way. So the path of least resistance is going bullish. I'm hoping we get a bullish trigger, but I don't know if we're gonna, we'll see. So this is a false positive bearish trigger here. You can see immediately it failed. And we can't take this bullish trade here because it's the trade that stopped out the prior trade. This is just one of my rules that helps prevent choppiness, where you get chopped up going one direction, then the other, then the other. We did make a new high. We had a pullback. Our golden ruler does move up. You can see exactly what I'm talking about here. Like, it's coming back down, right? This is a false positive bearish trigger here. Okay, this is why we didn't take that bullish trade up there. Again, just from experience, guys. From experience, my rules come from looking at these candles for a very long time. Now we're retesting the golden ruler here, the EMA. Now this would be a false positive trigger here because we're still not done with the bearish move. We'll go ahead and mark this trade here. Okay, so the bullish trade worked. We'll move our runner to break even. We did make a new high. Golden ruler still stays the same. Okay, our runner's out. False positive bearish trigger here. We have all the support underneath us, so I don't think it would be wise to take a bearish move here. I will also say, with FOMC meeting minutes today, this price action is not exactly the best. False positive bullish trigger here. The bearish trade gets stopped out. We do move golden ruler up. We made a new high. But you can see there's really no follow through in a lot of the triggers that have happened. A lot of them have been false positive triggers anyway, so it wouldn't be trades that we would be taking. All right, so runner is up here. The trade did end up working. It's just the price action has been so sloppy. We are definitely in this bigger uptrend for sure. Need to start marking my bigger macro trend lines. Runner is out. Get the runner out of the way. Okay, we have this new micro trend here, so this next bullish candle should be a signal to go up. This is going to be our signal candle here. All right, we're in. It's a very small candle. All right, this one worked. Runner is at break even. Golden ruler moves up. All right, runner's out. If this trigger is bearish, is false positive, we're going to go with this bullish candle here. The upside. If it triggers. That's if it triggers. It did not. Cancel it. Definitely a little bit of a struggle here. If this candle triggers, it's going to be false positive bearish. So it did. The reason why I say it's false positive, we have a trend line, we have golden ruler, and we have a standard deviation in the way. So all right. The bearish candle stopped out as we predicted. We also have a bullish trigger here, but we would have never taken it in the middle of that bearish candle. So we have a lot going on right now. All right, there's that stop loss on the bearish. Sorry, the bullish side. This was another bearish signal here we couldn't have taken, and it did end up working. Golden ruler does move all the way to the top. So again, my rules are there to help you prevent that chop. Think about how many triggers we got that were false that didn't work. Runner is out now, so we are in no man's land. We're waiting for the next setup. This is a false positive bullish signal. And the reason why I say that is because we have this macro trend line in the way, standard deviation in the way. Okay, so this bullish trade stopped out. This is a false bearish signal here, which also stopped out. So you guys are starting to see why I have my rules in place, because it prevents a lot of this choppiness. So all right, so this did trigger up, but it's false positive. And sometimes your false positive triggers are going to work. But I'm just trying to be very strict in taking the best setups possible. This is a false bearish trigger here. We will update this macro trend line to look like this. And there's a stop loss for that bullish trade and the reason why we didn't take it. A runner for the bearish trade is still up here at 1975. Now we move it slightly down. I think we absorbed this one too. Yep. So if you guys are wondering what we're waiting for, the runner's still up here at 218. Now we move the runner down. The runner moves down again. All right, we're coming into the 200 area, which could act as support. Let's see what happens. All right, sellers are definitely in control. All right, the runner is out. I'm gonna go ahead and reload my history data. I do that every 30 minutes or so. Okay, there we go. All right, we're in a wedge. We're also bouncing off of the 5-minute 8 EMA right around here at 86. This was a bullish signal, but I don't think we would have been able to take it because of the 200 level. It did end up almost tagging the target here. It did now. Okay, so our runner is at break even. Runner moves up. Okay, so this is false bearish signal. The reason why I say it's false is because the runner was still running at the time. The runner is out now. We'll keep track of the bearish trade. So this was the bullish trigger, which we couldn't have taken anyway because we were still in that bearish trade. Keep track of the runner. Looks like we're running up against this bigger trend line now. See if we can get a breakout. Runner moves slightly up. And this whole time I also forgot to move my golden ruler, which is right there. Forgot to move it down. Runner moves up. Okay, golden ruler moves down now. Okay, we move the runner up. All right, we're getting lots of buying now. Okay, the runner's out. Can delete this line. This is a legitimate trigger lower, but I think I'm gonna get stopped out here. All right. This is a trigger higher, but it was the trade that stopped this one out. And we have a trend line in the way, so. All right, so this did hit target and our runner just got taken out right there. We did make a new high, which means the golden ruler moves up, which means we have a different trend line, which also means this was a bearish trigger, which we wouldn't have taken, but we have to track it. We have a new downward trend line now. Okay, target's been hit. Okay, we move down our runner and we move up the golden ruler. Runner moves down again. Golden ruler moves up. This is a bullish trigger here, but it's false positive. We had the EMA in the way. We had the trend line in the way. And the runner was still running. The runner's out now. I do believe this trade's probably going to work, but just trying to be consistent here. Okay, there's that target. Runner is at break even. I would love for the runner to be taken out and then we can get a new trigger higher to go retest a high. That would be ideal. Okay, runner moves up. All right, yeah, the runner is still running. Okay, runner's out. This is a potential bullish signal here. It's reversing. This would be a false positive bearish signal if it comes down. We do have this look now. I really want this candle to break above these two trend lines here. Or at least the first one. I don't know if this is a legitimate macro trend line or not, so okay, there's definitely a little bit of a battle going on right now. If we can break through this downward trend line here, close above it, and trigger, this will be my bullish signal. Okay, instead we get that bearish false positive trigger instead. Okay, it did hit its target. Let's put the runner at break even. Runner moves down. Now this line is legitimately a macro. Okay, looks like we're going down. trying to see if there's anything in the way. I'll go ahead and mark this level. Okay, we just took out the runner. All right, we got another wedge. This is actually a bearish signal here, believe it or not, because it's a, I can't take it because of this upward trend line, but it's because we failed at this EMA. So that's where the bearish trigger would have started, right there with this inverted hammer. But it breaks so many of my rules, I couldn't take it. Okay, this is definitely a battle zone. And now this is a false positive bullish trigger here. I'm going to be right back, guys. Just a few minutes. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So the original bearish move did work. The runner was taken out. We had a bullish trigger down here. that just hit target. A lot going on. Golden ruler moved down to here. No, to here. And now we're keeping track of this bullish trade, which is at break even. We're back at that 200 zone, which has been, well, it's resistance now. This is a bearish trigger here, but we have a trend line and the standard deviation in the way. We're going to go ahead and mark it though. We are sort of in this bearish channel, as you could see. We are going to draw a new downward trend line on the okay, we just hit target on that bearish trade. And the runner is running. Runner just got taken out. This is going to be a legitimate bearish trigger here if it comes down. That's if it comes down. It gets us in here. This is a legitimate bearish trigger now. I think I got a terrible fill on this one. But yeah, this is going to be our trigger. All right, this one worked. So our runner was just taken out with this bullish candle here. So let's delete. All right, we have potential bearish signal here. Potential. So if it comes down like this, this will be the signal here. If it comes down, here it is. I'm not sure why we have hesitation here. Let's could be a stop loss. Yep, stop loss. Getting another signal to go bearish again. Let's see if it triggers. Okay, it didn't trigger. In fact, the opposite triggered, but we can't take it. We have this EMA in the way here. Now we have this bearish signal, but we can't take it because it took out the bullish trade. I'm trying to review this trade again. Just reviewing an old trade. If I could have done anything different. I just think it was a good trade that just didn't work, unfortunately. And that happens. Now you have a false positive bullish trigger. So we're definitely in very choppy waters right now. All right, so the bearish trade stopped out. The bullish trade is still almost hit target. Again, these are very messy setups. Keep track of the runner. Golden ruler would have moved down. Let me do some math here. Yeah, golden ruler's at 200. Or at 225. Slightly above 200. Our runner has moved up to here. This is a bearish signal, but we're still in the bullish trade with the runner and the EMAs right here, so can't take this one. We did break through this trend line here, but we got this trend line. The runner is still running on the bullish side. Could delete this line. Runner moves up. We're getting into that 200 zone again. Runner moves up again. False positive bearish move here because we're still running. Runner still running. Golden ruler moves down. Don't really see anything in its way on the bullish side. I would love for the I'd love for us to take out the runner and then we can get a new trigger to get in. There we go, the runner's out. I don't want it to go back down. I actually want us to maintain our bullish momentum here. But the market has other plans. Can't take this bearish because of the support levels there. But bears are trying. This is a false positive bullish signal here. did work. I kind of wish we didn't have the bearish trade because I would have taken this bullish. That's fine. Now the bearish trade is out. I was out by a tick. I'm not going to delete it until we really take it out. Okay. It's out now. And the runner is still running on the bullish side. Okay, runner moves up. Okay, our runner moves up. We also move the golden ruler, which changes our micro trend line. Go ahead and mark the highs of the day today. Coming up on this high up here. I'm not sure if it'll play a factor. Okay, runner is out. That's good. We can look for a setup now. Ideally, I would like for it to come back down to 200, retest, and go back up. I don't know if this trade worked. Yeah. All right, a break of this downward trend line, bullish trigger, up, signal to go higher, but we're waiting for that. Haven't exactly been getting the looks that I've wanted today, so. Okay, there we go. It didn't. Did it close above it? It did. All right. This is a signal go higher. And price action has not been the smoothest today. This should be like an automatic move higher here, at least to test the high here at 1725, and it's just stalling. There we go. Trade worked. Good job. We're going to keep track of a runner now, which is right here at 210. Our golden ruler is still in the same spot down here at 190. Okay, we move up the runner. Retesting that high I was talking about up here, 217. Right there from this 1040 candle. Runner's been taken out. And now we wait for a new setup. All right, if this candle can go above this trend line here and close, we can get another potential bullish setup. Bro, I got it right here. Thank you for pointing that out. I just added the trend line, the macro trend line there. Thanks. We could also be experiencing this one as well. If we can get a break above all those trend lines, I think we can take this higher. Like what this candle is doing here, if we can go for like that, yeah, there we go. Then we can take this one bullish here. All right, we're in. Golden ruler does move up. This might be a stop loss, but we'll see. We broke through all the trend lines, so I have stop loss. All right, this is a false positive bearish signal. Because it took out the bullish trade here. That's the only reason. Otherwise, it fits everything else. All right, this one hit target. This might be a signal to go higher if we can break above the EMA. break and close above the EMA. Let me rephrase that. There we, this is it right there. Can we come down and get me? Well, sometimes you miss the trades. You guys saw how fast that happened. There's the target. It sucks. And that happens. Okay, the runner's out. Get the runner out of the way. All right, the runner moves down. Or not the runner, I'm sorry, the golden ruler. There's no trade right now, so there's nothing for us to track. we basically need to pull back in order for us to get into a new bullish trade. We just broke the New York session high. False positive high right here. We have 250 above our heads. Golden ruler does move up. Okay, the bearish trade stopped out, or the bullish trade stopped out, I'm sorry. Now the bearish trade is a false bearish signal here. We are testing golden ruler. All right, golden ruler. We closed below the golden ruler, so golden ruler moves up. So this is a false positive bullish trade here, bull signal I should say. We're still in the middle of this bearish trade that hasn't stopped out, and we have this downward trend line as well in the way. Okay. Still in the bearish trade. This is another false positive trigger higher. Still in the bearish trade, trying to get target here. This is a false positive bullish signal here. We're still in that bearish trade down here. Bearish trade stopped out, which is one of the main reasons we didn't get into it, because of this EMA. And you could see here this EMA did act as support. It was also the trade that stopped out this one. So a lot of choppiness today. All right, we made a new high. We broke through golden ruler. Golden ruler has moved down. This changes a few of our trend lines. We have a false positive bearish signal. And go ahead and mark that. Still haven't hit the target on the bullish side. Bearish trade worked. We'll track that one in the meantime. Retested the golden ruler down here. Couldn't close below it. Our volume's starting to drop as well, so we're definitely going to be calling it quits very soon. This price action today has been very inconsistent. Our runner on the bearish side is still running. See here. All right, the runner's definitely been taken out now on the bearish side. We're still in the bullish trade. Hasn't hit target yet. All right, we just hit target. All right, team, I'm going to go ahead and log off here. We had pretty atrocious trading day today. I think our win rate was like 40%, which is just not very good for my trading system. You do have days like this every once in a while. I think there's a lot of uncertainty and inconsistency because of some of the FOMC speakers throughout the day today. We'll go ahead and tackle this again tomorrow. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you same time tomorrow, same bat channel, same bat time. Hope you guys are doing great. Have a good one.